It is a day long awaited to honor selflessness, to honor sacrifice for one of Waterbury's own.
He's from Waterbury. Waterbury boy, was baptized in this church.
Serving aboard the USS Indianapolis, Lieutenant Thomas Conway was a decorated Navy chaplain during World War II. It was July of 1945 when the Indianapolis was attacked by Japanese torpedoes, plummeting Conway and his shipmates into the thrashing waters of the Philippine Sea.
400 sailors in the ocean. All they had was life jackets for 4 nights and 5 days. Unfortunately, on the 4th day, Father Conway died in the arms of the surgeon aboard the USS Indianapolis.
Conway's service has come to a culmination.
It's finally here.
At the Basilica of the Immaculate Conception. Through the efforts of the city and the Waterbury Veterans Memorial Committee, a posthumous medal ceremony.
Today will be the presentation of the Navy's highest medal to Monsignor Bevins, who will be accepting the medal on behalf of the Conway family, in honor of his service and his sacrifice.
Here from Washington, Navy Secretary Kenneth Brathwaite is among those presiding over the Navy Cross ceremony to recognize Lieutenant Conway.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Jimmy, this is a good day for the United States Navy and the United States Marine Corps. I'm here on behalf of all the sailors and Marines to finally recognize the heroism of Father Thomas Conway, a true hero to all who serve today.
There were 1,196 crew members aboard the USS Indianapolis when it was sunk by the Japanese. Just 316 survived. And now, 3/4 of a century after Conway's heroics, during such a dark time, something that shines in the Brass City.
Finally got here. 75 years late, but nevertheless it's here now, and thank God for everybody that helped out.
True American hero, true Waterbury hero, part of that greatest generation that we always talk about.
In Waterbury, Jim Altman, Fox 61 News.